Hey everyone. Welcome to another episode of the podcast.
Catherine, how was your week?
Oh, how was it? This week actually went by so fast. I literally blinked and it was Friday. What did I do?
Wait, I have a question. This is a side note. I'm gonna completely cutting you off. Did something happen at your work?
Oh yeah. Okay. So I don't know when was that, last week or this week? I don't even remember.
It was this. I think it was this week or something. Yeah.
So what happened was, well, from my perspective, I was just, it was 12:30ish. I was working away, about to go on my lunch, and I was like, okay, I'm busy. I'll go on lunch later. And then as I was about to leave, there are these people being like, oh, you can't actually leave the floor. You have to stay here. I was like, what do you mean I can't leave? So apparently something went wrong in the pharmacy. Apparently one of the pharmacists started reporting that she wasn't feeling well. And they were like, that's probably not good, because that could mean something wrong with one of the chemo drug mixers. And chemo drugs are really toxic, especially if they leak out because all the fumes and stuff. So just to be safe, they quarantined off the whole second floor, and they called in a hazmat team to come and figure out what was going on. So all of the second floor got stuck outside, and they had to wait in a warming tent. People on the third and the first floor got stuck on those floors. It was maybe a few hours, but I was fine.
I can't imagine being like, I'm gonna eat my lunch now.
I was fine. I was just working.
Because I've heard one of our mutual friends posted something about it, and I was just like, what happened?
Was
So
it
I went
Eric?
to. Yeah, it's Eric.
Yeah.
Hi, Eric.
I don't think you listen to this, Eric.
If you do,
You should.
hi. you're on the pod.
We
now.
called you out.
Because I remember where I read that and I was like, what the heck happened? So then that day, I think Daniel had come pick up Jara, and I asked him. He was just like, yeah.
Oh, did Daniel have to wait outside? Because he's on the second floor.
Yeah, he had to wait outside.
Oh,
Isn't that crazy? That's so
Yeah.
crazy. Because
that's scary.
I've heard well, okay, what was crazy is that a couple days before that, I found this random TikTok talking about this scenario where somebody was going through some kind of treatment, and then something was leaking in the operation room, and then there were people all the nurses and stuff started fainting and stuff because of that.
That's weird.
And
And
then
it happens.
No, so then that's why I was so even more intrigued,
Huh.
because I just saw a random TikTok about it.
That's a weird coincidence.
Anyways. I completely cut you off. What were you doing this week?
I was about to talk about my week, but that did happen, so that's good. Not good.
Not good.
But you reminded me of something. I went to a handboxing class.
Oh yes, I saw.
On Spar
Okay.
for the first time. It was fun. I was also very confused because, the first time, you don't know all the combos and punches when they do it. They're so they number the punches 1 through 6. So they're just yelling out numbers, and you're just
So they did you not do a debrief of them? Or just
they
went,
did.
Oh.
It's really quick though at the beginning, and I'm just sorry, what? It was fun. I feel like I would like it better if I knew what I was doing. I also felt really weird punching because I'm not a fighter. I don't really punch.
She's just a defender.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. I don't really punch things, so it's really weird. It feels awkward.
So did you just punch punching bags?
Yes.
Not
They
people.
had
Just
can
straight
you
up.
imagine?
Hey,
Can I
my
bring
name's Catherine.
Yeah, so they have the big punching bags,
Yeah.
and they have water bags.
Oh.
So imagine a black giant teardrop hanging, and then it's
Okay.
watery, and you punch that.
Interesting.
Yeah. And they give you hand wraps
Yeah.
and the gloves. Yeah. It was fun. We should go.
I feel like it would help release a lot of anger.
It was great. I was just
That's what I was gonna ask you. How did you feel physically and emotionally?
the beginning I was scared, and then I was confused, and then I was I look really awkward, and then at the end I was your girl's got anger.
Yeah, I did some kickboxing classes back in university, because the gym facilities and stuff had random dance classes and stuff, and I remember that being so therapeutic.
It's fun.
So I definitely would love to do that.
You should go punch things. And there
I
was
should
a really
punch
cute
things.
dog. One of the trainer there brought his dog. It's a staffy. You know what those are?
I don't know many brands, breeds,
Brands,
many
dogs.
brands.
It was a puppy, and it was so cute. Yeah, it was fun.
Was it small?
The dog?
Yeah.
Yes, it was maybe like.
How puntable?
It wasn't puntable.
Okay, thank.
No.
We had this thing where we
Please don't
see
punt that dog.
whenever I see a small dog, I rate how puntable it is. Anyways, we love all
Please don't
dogs,
punt
all
dogs.
animals. You have a small dog.
We do not punt dogs. Don't punt dogs.
Just in my imagination.
How was your week?
How was my week? My week was good. This is my third week back since I went to Taiwan, which we'll talk about in a moment. I am not fun employed anymore. I am now employed. I'm working now.
He's a working boy.
I'm a working boy with benefits. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I need to go fix my body, my teeth, maybe see a therapist.
Can you fix up here?
Yeah, I gotta.
Josh is just very broken.
I'm very broken in many ways. Hence, if you listened to the last episode, I talked about how I had a huge breakdown. Yeah. Taiwan was a nice little healing thing. We'll talk about in a second. But this week was nice. It kind of finally felt like kind of was in a routine, which I think I did lack before. I never realized how, in a way, therapeutic that is, or very yeah. So that kind of really helped me. And then, other than that, pretty chill week. Yesterday, I cooked for the first time since I moved out.
I saw it looked delicious.
I made popcorn chicken.
I saw it and I was like,
Japanese stew. Anyways, my mom was very happy because she usually does all the cooking. And I'm like, see, Mom, I live by myself. I know how to cook.
He survived.
But yeah, it's a very, very chill week. Yeah. This week, I think we're just gonna chat about life. We haven't actually seen each other. We saw each other like two weeks ago, but we were with friends and stuff, so we didn't really get a chance to really catch up.
Yeah.
And I really didn't get to talk much about my trip.
Yeah.
I had Catherine messaged me while I was on the trip, and she was like, "Can you please get snacks?" So I have got snacks
in a McDonald's bag.
Okay, this is probably one of my favorite purchases because it's a McDonald's bag.
It's a nice bag,
and they sell it at the McDonald's.
That's a really nice bag.
Yeah, I think it's this is gonna be my grocery bag now from now on.
Wow.
And I also have one that looks like a Happy Meal box.
Wait.
It's
where?
upstairs. I can show you later.
Okay.
I think we're just gonna eat snacks and then chat, and then also I can read some Chinese but not a lot. So some of the stuff I might not know what it is.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So I just let me tell you a story. We had bought a decent amount of stuff. I went on a clothing haul. We could do a haul some other time, but because we didn't know how much room we had left in our luggages, right? Because we didn't really bring too many luggages, all that stuff. And so literally the last night before we left, I was like, okay, we had this much room. I ran to a 7-Eleven that was really close by and just took all this stuff.
You ransacked the 7-Eleven.
And it's funny because when my dad, there's just these things kind of like compass cards, but you can use these cards for buying stuff at the convenience store and buying things at the vending machine. So basically it's kind of like a credited card or something. And so I got to this 7-Eleven. My dad said, "Oh, don't worry, there's money on here," because we wanted to use all of it anyways. And I get to the cashier and I literally didn't get a basket. I just had this huge thing just onto the counter. And then he just asked me in Mandarin how I would like to pay, and I just showed the card because I don't know how to respond. And so then I tapped it, and there was no money on it.
It was empty.
So then I'm like, "Oh shoot, okay." So then he's like, and then he asked in Mandarin if I want to reload it. So I took out cash, and I was like, "No," and he's like, "No," and I'm like, no reload, because there's no point of reloading it anymore. I'll just pay cash. And then he got frustrated because I think he didn't understand what I was saying. But then a little bit later on, he realized that I was a foreigner, because I was like, "I'm so sorry, I don't understand. I just want to pay with cash." He's like, "Oh, okay." And then he was super nice. But I think anyways,
because you were mentioning before when we saw each other at dinner the imposter syndrome that you were getting, because you looked like the people but you can't
I look like them. Okay, you know what's interesting, I really want to find out, but although I look like them, I wonder if people could tell I was a foreigner just by the way, do you know what I mean, by the way I dressed.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
people can tell though,
right? Anyway, so yeah, I had major imposter syndrome basically the entire trip, and like I said, I can read like a decent amount of Chinese, so like food wise I can understand most of it, but because I couldn't speak it, it just like cancel each other out.
What?
So whenever I went somewhere, I'll be like, that one. And they're like, this one? I'm like, yeah. But
So I
anyways,
could go there and be like, that one.
but they're all in Chinese.
Oh no.
They do have, okay, what the good thing is they do have like a lot of like bubble tea places and stuff. They do have English translations, so like you could literally just be like, this one.
So I can only go to bubble tea places.
Not in some restaurants. Yeah. Catherine's
Go
diet
to
is
Taiwan and
$2 bubble teas.
Ew. Oh no.
But it was like the thing, I think I've heard from somebody that they're trying to get English more prominent there, so they're like really trying, because they do learn it in school, but I think most people are good at reading and writing, not really much speaking.
I feel like that would be nice for tourism too.
Exactly, and it's a pretty popular place, and like Taiwan and Japan, although apparently history-wise didn't have the best relations before, are pretty good relations. So they actually have a lot of Taiwanese people go back, like a lot, like back and forth, same with Japanese people. And so a lot of restaurants have Japanese translation of everything.
So do people there also know Japanese? Sorry, can you turn
Okay, give me one
that?
second.
It keeps falling.
We haven't done this in a long time. The couch, if you see the wall, is now gone because my brother took it from me. And the camera's currently standing on an espresso box and a wooden box.
A filing cabinet.
Oh, yes.
And an espresso box
And
and
then
a wooden box.
The wooden coffin that holds the bar piece.
It's falling.
Wait, really? Still falling? Here, why don't we do this?
Help.
Put less weight on it.
Help.
There you go.
Better.
Okay, we are back.
We're back.
It was holding too much weight. Like emotional
Just like
weight.
this. On our shoulders.
But yeah, anyways. So I heard, let's go a huge rant about stuff because like there's just so much to happen. The trip was so much fun and I learned so much about Taiwan that I didn't know about. But Japan used to occupy Taiwan. And so back then people were forced to learn Japanese. So Crystal's parents, or Crystal's moms specifically in school, learned Japanese, and then I believe that the older generation past them were forced to, like, they were not allowed to speak Taiwanese or Mandarin.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But then because of that, so like when we went to karaoke and Crystal's mom was singing a song. I'm like, oh, this is really nice. And I was like, is this Taiwanese? I'm like, no, it's not Taiwanese. Like, this sounds like a familiar language that I listen to, anime. And so then I look over and it's all Japanese letters.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so she's fluent in reading and she can speak.
That's so cool.
Right, I know. But I guess like the equivalent is, we were supposed to learn French.
Yeah, except they didn't really force us
It
to.
didn't really work, yeah.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is history wise, the fact that Taiwanese and Japan have such a nice relationship, that meant that there's something good happened between them, right? But there are other places that we know about that didn't have the best. So it's really, really interesting, and I was really intrigued by that. I love listening to learning about history and culture and stuff. So that's why I was like, oh wow, that's why all these restaurants have Japanese translation. Isn't that so cool?
That's interesting.
That's really, really cool. And so I'm guessing so Crystal's parents' generation could probably all speak or understand Japanese.
That's so cool.
I know. A lot on top of Mandarin and Taiwanese and English, I guess.
That's fine. Just casually know
I know
languages.
English and a quarter Cantonese.
And some Mandarin.
Some Mandarin. The worst part was understanding somebody and being ugh.
Oh no, that's so frustrating.
Right?
Ugh.
Yeah, it was so tough.
Can you imagine if they forced us to speak French?
You know what? I think I would have hated it, but also as an adult, I would have been thankful.
I think so, but that would have also sucked.
But also French is just sounds language to me.
What does that mean?
I could never pronounce things.
I guess you're right. It does
Right?
have a lot of I'm sorry, French people.
Nasal stuff.
It is.
Very, very front forward, but I guess Cantonese is kind of gross too.
Oh.
Anyways, I love all languages. I'm just saying what it sounds like. So I got a mismatch of a whole bunch of snacks, and maybe we can just try some this time, and we can have the rest next time. Because I feel like I don't want to open too much and be wasteful. Because we ain't like that.
You also showed me a snack that you weren't allowed to bring back.
So I'm a huge fan of pineapple cakes. I'm gonna put this down. But I didn't learn until we were leaving that you're not allowed to bring things with egg yolk, like
didn't
actual
know
egg yolk in
that.
it. So the pineapple cake that I wanted to bring back had actual egg yolk in the middle, and so you couldn't bring that. I couldn't bring that back. But there are the same brand ones that don't have egg yolk, but we couldn't find it. And the store that we wanted to go to was closed for the holidays. So I was very bummed out. So I ate literally 4 at the airport. Because
not 4 bags, right?
no, four.
Okay.
So I had asked Sal to buy a box because he had apparently they sell them at 7-Elevens, and so he bought a box and we all had one at dinner time. And then I took one more home, and I was just like, I remember that morning. I was like, this is like, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to
Savor it.
Savor it. I finished it. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm satisfied. I get to the airport, and Chris was like, hey, you can technically still eat this at the airport. Just don't take it off the plane. And then I just ate all of it on the plane.
Are you allowed to, like, mail it in a box?
Okay, so for those kind of things, so like, for example, pork floss, you're not allowed to either because of pork.
Yeah.
Because of meat, I guess, but it has to be through like a company or business, so it has to go through all that stuff.
Yep.
But for us, we can't mail it back. But apparently, a lot of, like, so for example, you can have it on the plane, but the issue is that you can't have it at customs. So they have a dog that smells those things, and then you get caught, you get fined a lot of money.
Dog that can smell egg yolks,
Right. But also, apparently, a lot of people have like brought these things back before by accident, or like they just somehow got past, which I'm kind of like, okay, but I didn't want to risk that. I didn't want to risk getting caught. But yes, I couldn't bring that back for us to have this time. But I got a whole bunch of snacks that I think are like Taiwanese based. So like a lot of the snacks had Japanese on them, so I try not to get those. I think those are Japanese based. Okay. Do you want something salty or savory?
Salty.
Wait. Savory or sweet?
Salt, savory.
Okay, these are Wagyu flavored chips. Catherine's face. Here.
I'm so excited.
Japanese Wagyu flavored chips.
Oh gosh.
Well, thank you for the ASMR.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh, is it that strong? I'm scared this is gonna explode.
Just weak. Hang on. They smell good.
Oh my gosh, I haven't tried it either. Okay, so what's really sad was that we went to a Costco in Taiwan,
Costco.
and we actually bought a like family size one of this, but like we brought it home. We never ate it because like we were always eating, right? So we just never had the time to open it. Wait,
We have to try it together.
Yeah, let's take it together. And so then we just gave it to our Crystal's family.
Cheers.
It tastes like something.
I was gonna say, what does that taste like? It tastes like a barbecue chip.
It tastes
It's
kind
weird
of
'cause
like
there's no seasoning on it.
no.
Like they're just plain chip colored.
It tastes like
They're good.
a mixture of instant noodles and like those like you know those like snacks with the little like Asian boy on it, and it has a little like, right? It's good. It's not actually that salty either.
Not too salty.
Yum.
How would you rate it?
Oh, what are we rating
What
the
are we
scale
rating?
out of? 5 rice bowls.
Is that the highest? 5? I would say 5.
I'll say 5. It's
that
not
good?
too salty. Has some good flavor in it too. Really good. I'll get a sweet thing so we can like kind of
Oh, they're
balance
ruffles.
it. Oh, the ruffles.
They're ruffles. I really want to try Wagyu beef.
I've never had it, and the thing is, like, there are places that I've seen have it, like in Vancouver and in Nanaimo, that sushi place.
So we should go.
But the thing is, like, for me, it's like, I want to try it on the original place. It's just so expensive,
You're right,
anyways,
yeah.
right? So that's why we had to go to Japan. Next week,
And the next vlog. Hi, we're in Japan.
Okay.
We would get so fat in Japan.
That is true. I think this might actually be Japanese. But anyways, I don't know what it is. I can't read it.
What is that? You just grabbed it?
Yeah. Maybe this might be cough medicine. Wait, look at this. Look at the left right side.
I can't read any.
Oh
of
wait,
this.
we should do a thing where we do this, right? Look. So we had it earlier, the Wagyu beef, and this is what we're having next. I think it might actually be cough medicine.
Mayhouse plum extract gummy candy. That's the only English on here.
It's candy. Maybe it's not medicine.
Josh buys cough drops. Our dear friend Viola, she gave me these candies once. I think they're Taiwanese.
Yeah.
And they're like iced tea flavored.
What?
Oh, I totally forgot about that. I should have got you to. I totally forgot about that until now. There's two in it.
Oh,
there's
okay.
two in a pack.
These. I have things in here that we had to have today because they're gonna they're gonna expire in March.
It's so like inflated.
I have a very funny story with that thing you just held. So we went on a road trip around Taiwan, and we went to this place that was famous for their mochi. Okay, so they literally make it there and then they ship it around Taipei. So like it's that famous. Okay, and so as we were trying these mochis, they also have these kind of like egg cakes. I guess just cakes in general. But they have these different ones. So I have today we have a like green tea flavor, like kind of like matcha. And we have this thing that's I think specifically from Taiwan, like kind of like a sugar apple. It's called sugar apple. It does not look like an apple. Okay? But these things, I literally ate it and I'm like, I need to buy a bag.
Oh, is that the thing you were telling me at Murchie's? Sugar apple?
Yeah.
Sour sop.
Sour sop. I didn't know that was a thing. Anyways, so these two, like we had to have today because they're and this as well. Okay, this is just like a mochi that they made in the store. But they made like when we were there, we bought fresh mochi. It was so good. And what was cool was that at the time they usually just sell them like you could just grab them in a bag and then go, but they didn't have any, so we actually asked somebody and we got to see them actually make it, like with the hammer and all that stuff. Isn't that so cool?
Oh, that would have been fresh mochi.
I know. Is this mine?
There's two in there. I smelt it. It smelled weird.
Oh, it smells very Asian.
It's true.
This is gross. That's very plum.
It doesn't taste like. Oh, it does.
It's like a little hint of plum and Chinese medicine.
I like it.
Does it remind you of the centipede?
That was. Oh my gosh. Never again. Never again.
Okay, so which one would you like to have first?
The
These are really good. My parents really like
the
these.
mochis.
Okay,
The mochi is calling to me.
The mochi is calling you. See, so these are they have pretty quick to expiry dates. So this one only has a 3-month thing because they make it like fresh,
It's
right?
so squishy. It's so cute. Oh, what's up in the middle?
It's just so good. So I ate the whole thing.
What is that?
My one's honeydew.
Are they the same? Oh, I can't
It
read
just
that.
says soigua, which just means like a fruit.
Ow.
It's so good. The mochi is quite like still very, very, very chewy. Wow. Yum.
Oh, we didn't rate these.
Oh, this is a 3 or a 2 for me.
I would say a 3.
So this is like the plum extract candy, but the thing is like, oh, for those who are listening, you should watch it because you can actually see the actual food. But it kind of just had a hint of medicine to me, you know.
You just didn't want to eat medicine.
It just, I mean, I would have it again. I don't want to waste it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Don't waste it.
yeah,
Those mochis. What would you rate the mochis?
I would have that again at 5.
It was good. I didn't love it. Texture was good. I'm gonna say 2.5.
Oh,
Something about the center. Not bad, just not my thing.
You know what? Maybe at the center was something different.
I think so.
Because maybe it's really sweet, right? It's really sweet.
It was red
Oh, they had like red bean. Oh, yeah.
Red bean.
Red bean. So we had. Wait, I have a really funny story. So we went there, and I said we got fresh ones, right? So on this road trip, my parents weren't able to go. Just my mom wasn't feeling well, so we had bought. We'll buy fresh ones for them. So we bought sesame, red bean, and we bought matcha. So the sesame and red bean were for my parents, and then the matcha one was for me. because I really like matcha. So then we had fresh, and we literally, it was the last day of our road trip. We went to meet up with our parents that day, and we're like, oh, we bought some fresh mochi, we'll have it together at the hotel. And so then I went to go buy the 7-Eleven snacks, and I come back and I see my mom literally just finished the matcha one.
Ah, Mama Poo.
And I'm like, wait, because I didn't tell them. I just said we just bought fresh mochi, and I'm like, wait, that was mine. And she's like, oh, I'm like, and he's like, I'm not a huge fan of sesame because it just reminds me of peanuts. So I didn't have it, and the red bean, my dad ate it.
Yeah.
So I remember just being like,
oh, sad.
It was like fresh. They were like really, really popular and well known for that.
At least your mom got to enjoy it, though.
I'm glad that she gets to enjoy it, but I was really
that hurts
sad.
me too. I would have been sad.
Like I literally saw her take the last bite, and they weren't small. They were like big mochis.
Thick boys.
Thick boys.
Thicky boys.
Hey everyone. It's been a while since we posted. Life's been a little bit crazy, but we are back and excited for new content. If you'd like to support this podcast, you can find us on Instagram, on YouTube, and TikTok at RiceWashed Podcast. If you'd like to support me and Catherine individually on our Instagram, so you can find me at JMKPoon and Catherine at Catherine Lava. Okay, would you like to have the sugar apple one, or would you like to have the matcha one first?
Are these the same?
No, this one's matcha.
Oh, I see.
The one with the wait, Catherine can't read Chinese. I forgot. Sorry.
Help! Wait.
This one's matcha.
Okay.
You want to have matcha one?
Yeah. Show me the guy. I can't read that.
So I'm actually interested to see how they compare to like the fresh ones that I had. Oh yeah.
Ooh. Try not to destroy it.
I forgot to show it again because we ain't that kind of.
Making a mess.
It's okay. We'll close it.
Beep. I wasn't expecting that.
Not as good as fresh ones, but the pastry, right? Oh, you can taste this green tea. Oh, that's a really good flavor.
It's like stuck in my teeth.
No, wait, sorry.
Making a mess. They're vacuum later.
That was really good. Really, I had these, like, they had little samples, and I was like, I need to buy a bag. Oh, that's good. This is gonna be a quiet podcast. We're just enjoying our food right now. I'm gonna ask. So, I know I was gone to Taiwan for 3 weeks. Did anything happen during those 3 weeks in your life while I was gone?
I feel to say no. I just waited for you to get back.
How did you feel seeing all my stuff?
I was sad. I was like, he gets to go enjoy all this delicious food and explore, and I'm here at work.
Okay, you know what's funny is that I had gone to Taiwan expecting it to be warm, right? Just because Taiwan in general, Asia in general, is warmer. But the thing was, I actually was wearing a jacket basically every day.
I thought that was weird when you told me that.
And so, like, I was kind of like ready for that kind of warmth because, you know, like, it'll be nice to have the kind of nice warm sun and stuff. But actually, it was quite cold. And the last day of Taiwan, I wore like my Uniqlo zip up, the gray one, and this one on top because it was too cold. And I came back and I wore the same thing.
It's so cold.
Isn't that weird?
Is that normal temperature there at that time? Or is
winter
that
time, apparently the lowest it can get to around like 5 degrees.
Which is still warm.
Which is quite warm.
For here.
But then but for there, that's really cold for them. And we left, I think, at 6 degrees, like the last day. So it was actually still quite cold.
Warm.
I know, but it's like a different cold.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a different kind of cold. But there was one night where I did wear my puffer, my Lululemon puffer.
Wow.
It was really weird. It was that cold. Yeah.
That was delicious.
That was really,
I would rate that a 5.
About 5.
Nom, nom, nom.
It's probably one of my favorite things I had. This one we can have later.
It like coats your mouth and all the
Oh,
pastry
you
stuff.
know what we can talk about other than Taiwan, because I had a great trip. Catherine's just crying. Okay, over when I was in Taiwan, I was kind of thinking about like it was a new year, like New Year resolutions. I don't think we ever talked about it.
No, we didn't.
We didn't, because like I mean, we recorded the last one.
We didn't.
I don't think we did. Right? No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
I think we talked about how we should like. Oh, maybe we did. I remember us talking about like how we want to rewatch the other episode.
Oh, right.
Right?
You should do that for the next one.
We should do it for the next one because I don't remember what I said last time.
Oh my
And-
God, what did we say?
I don't remember.
Oh, no.
But I think we should think about, because I do have like some in mind after Taiwan. Taiwan was a very like good trip for me in general.
He was very enlightened.
It's very enlightening of a lot of things, and so I think we should do that next episode.
Let's do that.
And with more snacks, so we have a lot of snacks.
Round 2 is snacks.
This is not even like a quarter of it.
Oh my gosh. There's still so much stuff
I
in
also
there.
stole food from the hotel. the snacks that they give you. At the hotel.
Baby. Oh, what's that? It's so cute.
It's milk. Isn't it really cute?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's why I got it. I thought it was really cute. Wait, you know what's gonna be funny is that the next couple episodes is just gonna be us talking about random stuff and then rating food.
I'm gonna throw up. This is so cute.
Throw up.
These chips are also very good.
Okay. Any questions about my trip? I honestly, it kind of just all went to me.
It did. How are the people?
People are really nice.
That's nice.
What was really interesting to me was that Taiwan really care. A lot of people that care a lot about how they look, like presentable, and so like fashion. Everyone's fashionable. Like it was so different. Like we lived in an area called Ximen, like Ximen, and there's a place called Ximending, which is basically kind of like a whole bunch of. It's kind of like it can be a night market at some parts, but mostly it's just like stores and food and stuff. Just outside, you just kind of walk through all these like crosswalks and stuff. But that's probably where all the young people go. And I remember the first day or first night I went there, I was just like, everyone looks so nice. Like,
Wow.
like super fashionable, like streetwear, like
So much pressure.
I honestly don't really know like the pressures of that, of growing up there. But it was really cool to see that everyone, a lot of people were really cared about how they look, which is very different. Like for example, like sure, I think their styles kind of were similar. Like I went to so many stores so many times I knew where they got their clothes from, you know. But at the same time, there was actually a lot of variety. But then when you think about like Vancouver, like you think about these people will wear Blundstones, blah blah blah. So that was really cool to me, and it kind of made me feel more adventurous. I think in a lot of ways, especially fashion. Like for example, I don't think I have ever bought this before.
A corduroy vest.
And then my
and he's got cargo.
Like,
Oh, they're cinched at the bottom.
Yeah. Anyways,
They're cinched cargo pants.
cinched cargo pants. Like it was really cool to see that kind of difference. And what was really interesting to me was that like the general stores that we have here, like Adidas and Zara, or not Victoria, but like other stores like in Taiwan, there has so much more selection.
How dare?
How dare? And also Roots, like of the Canadian brand that apparently a lot of Taiwanese people, when they come to Canada, they buy a lot of things from Roots because it's a lot cheaper here. But like I remember just going to Roots and being like, I would buy that, but it's so expensive.
Okay, when I think of Roots, like the one in the mall here, they only sell like sweats and stuff.
I know, yeah.
So it's like actual fashionable clothing there.
They have fashionable clothing there.
That's so weird.
I know they had like I saw cardigans. I saw like these really nice like messenger bags, and like I know I'm like why
Why
not
are we
here?
only get the sweatpants?
Right? And then Adidas, they had like Sauce bought a really really nice like jacket. It was like very very like soft, poofy, kind of poofy, and it just had like the Adidas like stripes. It was so pretty. And they had what was really cool too was they had like the Lunar New Year collaborations with every store. So they had like all this cool like red, like Chinese New Year red colors, and like Adidas would like had a lot of collaboration with like artists and like for example like Reebok and like all the sports stores had such fashionable clothes, and I was just like, this is literally like, this is so nice.
That's not fair.
Right? I go to Adidas to buy shorts and like a workout shirt.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
not like a nice fancy jacket.
But they have like fancy clothes, like clothes that I would wear on a regular day basis.
Man, so unfair. Did
Right.
you notice? Okay, no. Do you have issues finding clothes that fit here?
Oh.
And was it better over there? As he contemplates and chews his Wagyu chips.
My Wagyu beef chips. Okay. It's a me issue. I'm tall. I have a short torso. Like I have very long legs and a shorter torso. Okay. And so I remember when I was younger, I had trouble buying jackets because it would always be like it would fit the length of my body but too short on my arms, or vice versa. Like for example, if I got a medium, it would be like here.
Yep.
But then if I get a large, it's way too big.
Yep.
So I did find like a lot of the clothes that I was shopping for like had that baggier long vibe to it, so if everything fit very nicely. Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah. But I guess that's why I enjoyed like Zara, because Zara is a European brand, because they're more for tall people. But I also found there's sometimes when I bought clothes from Zara that it was like the shirts and stuff didn't fit well because maybe some of the proportions were weird. But I didn't have any issues in Taiwan.
So just go to Taiwan for shopping.
I know. I honestly was like, next time I go, I'm already ready. Like I already know that like the shopping there is a lot nicer.
I'm gonna come with you,
Girl.
Oh,
I think you would
spend
enjoy
so
it a
much
lot.
money, eat so much food.
One of my favorite stores that I went to is called GU, and it's basically a cheap version of Uniqlo. So like I said, like it's just, I mean, the Uniqlo was quite similar, so that's the one thing I did notice. It was quite similar to here, so I didn't buy anything from Uniqlo. But GU was like cheaper version. They had a lot of different things. I think this is from GU. Yeah.
You said you got a pair of jeans there for like $20.
That's from some place called Net.
Oh, different
But
place.
it's kind of like the H&M, I guess. But it was a lot more higher quality.
Yeah.
And I got my big jeans there.
So I was getting a lot of big pants.
I got
Isn't his
I
big
got
pants-
some big pants. I got
His
corduroy
big
pants
pants
too.
era.
I haven't worn them yet, but I got some corduroy.
Wait,
pants.
corduroy pants?
Yeah, they're my.
We need to
room.
do a haul later.
Just bring my whole closet downstairs. But yeah, it was really like So the only place I can compare Taiwan to is Hong Kong, because that's the only other place in Asia I've been to. And like, I would say that the Taiwanese people were just. It wasn't too busy. It was like busy, but it wasn't like I'm gonna die.
Would you say like if Hong Kong was Vancouver, Taiwan is Victoria?
I would say similar. I would say similar, but Hong Kong is also quite
Or would
small.
Hong Kong be more Toronto?
Oh, that's tough. I think Taiwan and Hong Kong are kind of both like Vancouver, like in some ways, except for Taiwanese people are a lot nicer, like Victoria people are. Yeah. But yeah, it was very interesting because it's so clean there.
Do they have garbage cans?
Okay.
Because I know I've heard in Japan that there are no garbage cans on the street. Is it like that there?
So apparently, only I think during COVID was when they kind of got rid of a lot of the garbage cans. And so when we got there, like Crystal was just like, "Where's the garbage cans?" So like, yeah, they barely have garbage.
Why
cans.
did they get rid of the garbage cans during
because
COVID?
a lot of people would just throw their trash into their garbage, because the garbage pickup system there is so much different than here. One, the garbage the garbage trucks play like for release and stuff, which I think was so cute. It's so cute. And so then I got the experience because like I never thought I would hear the garbage truck, but I heard it like twice. I'm like, there it is. But it's very clean there. So like they have done the system where at least people know that they take their own garbage home, or let's say the night markets. Like I was surprised there wasn't a lot of garbage cans around, but they have it at like the entrance and exits and like one central one, so like people just throw their garbage away.
Yep.
And they actually other than the night markets, they actually do divide their garbage and recycling stuff.
That's nice.
Yeah, so like we were at a McDonald's of all places, and it had all everything separated.
Do they like we have those garbage cans at the malls?
Yeah.
Do we have that at McDonald's here? I don't think so.
I don't thing. So
I haven't noticed.
no, I think McDonald's is just a garbage can.
Just dump it all in there.
Dump it all in there.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting to like even there were some like markets that we went to, that they even hired people to clean, like outside, sweep the floors, get the like it was very interesting.
Wow.
So they actually do care a lot about like their streets and how clean things are.
Good for you guys.
Right? Yeah.
Good for you.
And so like I like in Hong Kong, it's not much like not. Some places are quite dirty. But you know, like I think it's just a cultural thing, and
Yeah.
like it was really interesting to me. I think I would definitely go back there multiple times
With me.
with Catherine. Actually, you know what? We considered moving there.
Oh.
Yeah. Catherine's like,
Oh wait.
Catherine's like no.
Wait. Yeah, but no.
Like I like remember. I was actually talking to my dad about it because like he was just like, you know what? I think you would be fine here. Like he's like you well, like understand the systems, like the train systems. You like know enough Chinese to get around, like to get by, but also like you would be willing to take Chinese classes and like learn it, you know. And I was like, but Dad, what happens if I'm like fluent in Mandarin but not Cantonese? He's like, at least you're fluent in something.
You're like, yeah, okay, that's true.
How about English? He's like, that doesn't count.
You don't need English.
But it was like I just really enjoyed the culture. There's so much to do. There's so much to eat. And we didn't explore everything. You know what I mean? Like even now when I see Crystal's stories, I'm like, bring me there next time.
We just gotta go again so I can come too.
It'd be so much fun, right?
It'd be so fun.
I think the next time I go, I would want to go with friends, right? And I think we can explore because like for me, it's like I was with my family most of the time, which honestly was a blessing because I wouldn't have been able to do that road trip like around the island, which was my favorite part because I love seeing like the outskirts and like the different kind of culture around there, and like how even though we were so far away from the city, it was still similar in like cleanliness and people were so nice and all those things, you know. And I guess like I saw this documentary before about like Taiwanese night markets, right? And like that's where a lot of the tradition and family traditions come from is food, right? And like the kids taking over the stalls and like continuing their recipes and stuff. So I thought that was really, really cool to like go to the outskirts and see more of that. Well, in the city, of course, more things are more modern, you know.
Yeah.
I think it would have changed my trip if I didn't go on that road trip.
Yeah. I'm glad you went on that. It looked really nice. The beach you went to.
It's so pretty.
So nice.
And like I would definitely like if I would definitely drive in Taiwan if I had to.
They drive like we do? Or is it
Yeah,
opposite?
right side, yeah.
Okay.
Which I thought was interesting because Japan is left side, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah. So that okay, but the thing is in Taiwan, people don't stop for you when you cross this crosswalk. So one thing that Sal said was like when I got there, he's just like, yeah, so like when the crosswalk tells you to go, just like wait a second because sometimes people just go shoot right into it, and scooters would just go like there's so many scooters that go interweaving between cars. But that's just their lifestyle.
You just go.
It's just their vibe.
You just gotta dodge the cars.
You just gotta literally dodge.
Yeah.
So I think I would have been fine driving. It just reminded me of just like really hectic like Toronto driving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I think if we were to go, I think we should go as a group. But I would be down to drive, and I think we should go down to one of the beaches.
I'm down.
Cause I think it's only let's see, like 2-hour drive away from Taipei. We went to Kelowna.
We drove to that was like a 5-6 hour drive.
We were on the way back. We went straight 5 hours back.
I can't believe we did that.
Because we wanted
I
that
can't
bubble
believe you
tea.
did that.
I can't believe we
I
did
was just
that.
sitting there.
You're just like, oh wait, we were looking for the animals, but it never showed up.
We were trying to find. What were we trying to find?
I don't remember. They kept saying signs about like animals.
Was it a
showing up.
moose?
No, I think it was smaller.
I don't know.
Anyways, but yeah, I think it would be. I was telling Sal something like I love that our family got to go. It was such a nice trip for all of us. I think we were so relaxed and like actually rested, which is really rare for a Poon family. Like especially my parents. You know, like I think that's the like I haven't seen my mom like that happy and my dad that happy in a long time, and I think it's because they didn't have to worry about anything.
So
like
you should go traveling more.
You know, right? I know. And that's the thing is like what's really sad is like we didn't get to travel that much because like of financial stuff when we were younger. And for me it's like wow, like, I can't imagine like if we could reverse time and just had trips every so often, like how much more relief there would have been in my family, you know,
just to get a break.
right? But the thing is now, it's like the four of us. I can only speak for myself, but like I'm assuming the four of us don't have that trip mindset, like going somewhere mindset. We're very much like home people. But I do love traveling, right? And it wasn't until I think Guatemala, which is pre-pandemic, where I was just like, wow, this is such. It's like in a way it shifts your mindset and like shifts the way you see things because you're forced in this new culture, but then you don't have to think about anything at home.
Yeah.
You know,
it's nice. It opens your eyes to a lot of new things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like that's like the beauty of the world and culture. I love it. Right? I love it so much. And I was blessed to like have a very loving, not Sal's in-laws, to like who took care of us really well, and we had a really, really good experience. Which is like a blessing already. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I think I definitely would want to go back, even by myself or with my friends, because it was just a nice, very inviting place. And it wasn't too overwhelming, you know.
That's nice.
It wasn't too overwhelming, and like people were nice, food was really good, things were decently priced. Like COVID affects a lot of stuff, so yeah, I would definitely go back.
So excited for a friend's trip. We should head up Taiwan, Korea, Japan.
Okay, so people have been telling me, Crystal's parents were like, when you come back next time, we're going to Japan together, because they go to Japan all the time apparently.
Oh my gosh, they can just casually.
It's only a 2-hour
go
flight
over to
away.
Japan.
So, also, you know what's crazy? There's a 13-hour flight there, a 9-hour flight back. So, like, I think we just followed like the whatever it's called. I don't know what the term is called, but like
jet stream. I don't know.
Probably. But like it was just like the good thing. Also, I highly recommend taking a flight at like midnight, because you're forced to stay up that late, but then you're so tired that you will sleep. So like both flights were kind of like that for us. Yeah.
I feel like, are they not all automatically overnight? There's some that fly during the day.
Some of them, like I think some of them probably are different times, but like ours was right at midnight, like 12:15 or something, right? And so, like when we went to Vancouver, when you dropped me off, I was already tired, right? And so I slept on the plane. We got there at like 6 a.m. So it was like perfect timing.
That's so nice,
right? And then by the time we checked into our hotel, we went out, for dinner and stuff. When we go back to the hotel at like 10, we were already so tired that we just sleep well, and then woke up at like 7 the next day or whatever. Highly recommend.
Are you the type that can always sleep on airplanes?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say you slept.
I'm
impressed.
Exactly. Yeah, I was really surprised. On the way back.
Oh no.
So my parents and Silas were able to sit together beside each other, and then I was by myself with 2 other people. And I had noticed that the woman was coughing a lot, like not just like a dry cough, like a wet, like gross.
That's gross.
You know what I mean? And I noticed that she just took her mask off their whole flight. So I'm like masked up. Like,
did you not get sick?
No, I didn't get sick.
You didn't, yeah.
So I am masked up, like totally, like try to get away from her because I'm like, and the person, her husband who was beside me, he had his mask on. He was coughing a bit, but every time he coughed, he tried to cough away from me. So I think he was being super considerate.
Yeah.
And so, but she just like, they gave us blankets, and she would just like cough into her blanket. And I'm like, can you just like literally wear a mask? I was so tired, like at that point, because I kept like trying to sleep, but I was just like, I don't want to deal with this right now. And like, I mean, it's in the end, it's her choice if she wants to wear her mask or not, because I don't think they have a mandate on the flights. But I was just like, that's so inconsiderate.
Some people,
right? It was not a
like a wet cough.
It was a wet cough.
Ugh. Gross.
And so like I literally was like looking at my family, and they're like they were like, oh no, like GG.
He's by himself and he's by a lady with a wet cough.
I'm dead.
Good luck.
But I didn't get sick. And jet lag only hit for like 3 days, I think.
It's bad.
Not bad. I actually I forced myself. We got back at like midnight, so like I forced myself to like sleep at like 2, and then like wake up a little early, and then try to stay up. Yeah. The funniest thing was that the second day we were back, my mom said yes to taking care of Jara.
Oh no!
But we were all so tired.
You're just zombies.
So there's this point where we just all took a nap together. Like Jara once fell asleep, and then we all just fell asleep. And then Daniel came to pick up Jara, and we're like, I was like, please don't ask us to take her tomorrow. Like, we're so tired.
Aw.
Like, we love Jaira. He also forgot about us. So he got dropped off and cried for an hour.
Poor little guy.
Yeah, but
These were
we're
these
fine
strangers. He's probably like, he's
running.
also probably like, why are they all sleeping with me?
But now he's running around. Like, before we left, he was just about to walk.
That's so crazy.
Is that insane?
He's
3 weeks.
fast.
He's a fast boy.
Holy crap.
Sometimes he runs towards stairs and doesn't stop.
Oh.
But you know what? He has to learn.
To fall down the stairs?
Okay, you know the main staircase?
Yeah.
There's one that he literally, I had to like catch him, like, because he was
So
like,
scary. At least your stairs are carpeted.
That's true. But still,
But
just like,
Still. I guess kids are bouncy. I don't know.
Saz and I fell down those stairs and we're fine.
Are they? Are they really?
Anyways. I think we should try this last little one.
What's this one again?
This is like the sugar apple one.
Sugar apple.
I don't think it actually says that, but this was we actually had fresh ones on while we were driving on a road trip. We literally stopped by this little cute little like grandma who had like her little farm of them, and we literally all got out of the car, surrounded a bucket, and just ate it and just like spat out the seeds in there. It was very like
I love that kind of
so
stuff.
cute. It smells like pineapple cake. Cheers.
I like this one better.
This is really good. Wow. I'm gonna see if Crystal can bring some back.
Oh, delicious. How do you
Very
eat that
good.
so fast?
I'm a hungry boy. Wow. It's been a long time, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy Western New Year and also Lunar New Year.
You're the rabbit.
You're the rabbit.
What are you?
I'm a pig.
Oh.
That's why I've had a lot of issues growing up. Because I was
Sure,
told
blame that.
my nickname was literally Piggy.
Is it because you were born you're the pig, or is
Yeah.
that something different?
That,
No,
many reasons. Because I was born a year of the pig, and also that I was quite chubby as a child.
How convenient.
Yep. So I forgot what I was
still
gonna say.
eating.
Cather's still eating. I just literally swallowed that whole. But yeah, I wonder. You know what? It's a new year. Maybe some new things to RiceWashed. I'm sure Cass and I will talk about it after this episode's done. I feel like we should bring some new, fresh vibes.
What?
I don't know.
So that'll be a surprise.
You know what? If you ever have, because I know some of you listen to this every week, thank you, and some of you have talked about how you miss it, thank you. If you have any like suggestions or like anything that you think we should try, maybe like bringing in a segment every episode, because I like maybe hot takes or like I don't know.
I feel like you have a lot of hot takes.
I have many hot takes, but they only unlock with memories.
I did a lot of like random thoughts, like shower thoughts, or like
Those are
driving thoughts, or
good.
like peeing thoughts.
Those are really. I think we had to write them down
I
more.
never forget. I always just forget.
You never forget.
I never remember to. I'm like, man.
I just feel like we should bring something fresh to the table this year. Fresh. Kind of like how I really enjoyed us making food and then just making an episode out of it.
Should we make more food?
Yeah, we should just get those clip-on mics and just like make food.
I'm down.
Would you guys like that? We should try making our traditional, our like cultural food. Also, I still haven't had a lot of Filipino food.
We should do it, but like make each other's. Like you haven't. Josh hasn't had chicken adobo yet.
I haven't had.
I failed as a friend.
I think I've had lumpia once. Maybe once. I don't know. I actually don't remember.
I'm a failure as a friend.
She just hasn't been a good friend and hasn't introduced me to the good world of Filipino
Not
food.
yet. I should.
That would.
Maybe that'll be it. Next time I'll cook that food and you can try it.
I think you had to let me try it before I try to make it.
I think you should make it without trying it.
This is what I think of chicken adobo.
I'm like,
is.
ugh.
This is how. Never mind. I had to hold in your intrusive thoughts, Josh. But yeah, I think like next time we talk, we're going to talk about our New Year's resolutions. Talk about some goals we have for ourselves. How enlightened I am now. I'm literally...
Josh is lit now.
I'm lit.
Lit.
I feel... You know what? Wrapping up like this trip, I definitely came back feeling very rested.
That's good.
And like rejuvenated in like a lot of ways that I didn't think I would have been. Like, yeah, December breakdown of fun, but it wasn't fun. But I think like the trip just kind of like made me learn how to let go of a lot of stuff.
A good reset.
I just feel different, and I'm excited for the next year.
Stay tuned for when we go on a big trip.
I would love that. I really
so
wanted. Sal and I, we didn't have the time to do it, but we really want to, like, because 7-Eleven has a lot of like ready to go foods, like hot foods and stuff. Also, they sell alcohol there, and similar in Korea, I think you told me. Yeah. Side note: 7-Eleven convenience stores are actually convenient.
They're really good in Asia.
Like they, you can pay your bills there, like your hydro bills. You can pay your parking tickets. You can order like Amazon order stuff to a 7-Eleven and pick up your order there. Like it's very
you can
convenient.
do mail too. Yeah.
It's so convenient. Anyways, Sal and I really want to do like a video where we just tried all the hot foods.
Oh, that'd be so good.
But we had so much food, guys. Like we ate so much food. But if we went on the trip, I feel like we would do stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, we'd gain so much weight. Eating.
Yeah, I actually was surprised. I didn't gain that much weight in Taiwan, but I wonder it's because I walked so much.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Evens out.
Evens out, kind of. But yeah, it's been a while. We apologize for the lateness of these episodes, but I was not here in the country for a month. Catherine should have done an episode by herself.
I can only talk to myself for so long.
But like, it's just a 10-minute episode
of me.
You know what we should do next time we do? If like one of us goes on a big trip, we should have a special guest as a fill-in.
Ooh,
I know first person I thought of.
Who?
Maria would be a really good co-host.
Papa Weaves.
I know you get to listen to
You're
this
listening
episode.
to this, Papa Weaves.
If you would love to be our fill-in, I feel like we need to do that. I think it'll be really funny, right? We would love that. But yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. If you have suggestions,
let us know.
Please let us. Actually, just message us.
If there are any airlines that wish to sponsor us for our next trip, let us know.
Eva Air, you were amazing airline. Yeah, really got me through my flights. Also has very good food in general. We are both Asian. And we would love to be sponsored. Anyways, anyone sponsor us because we've been doing this for a year now. We're established.
We are.
We're mostly sane.
Isn't everyone?
And we are open to anything.
Yes.
Any last words, Catherine?
Snacks. Yay.
Bye. Bye. Watch us on YouTube. Subscribe, please. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of RiceWashed. Like we said earlier, Catherine and I are both excited for new content and trying out new things, so let us know what you want to see. Make sure to find us on YouTube where you can find the video episodes so you can see the snacks that we tried today and perhaps that you can buy them when you go to Taiwan. Thank you so much for just supporting us. We are slowly getting back to routine and we'll see you next time. Bye.